Previously on transmissions from Colony 1.
At this moment, I'm ordering an immediate termination of the Earth to Mars mission.
What?
We can begin working out a procedure for getting those left on Mars on a return journey if they want to come back. But if not, they can deal with their mess alone. I'm in charge, and I'm going to take whatever measures I can to prolong my crew's survival. When you and your crewmates first hatched this idea, I immediately spoke against it, and you brushed my warning aside.
MACT headquarters to Colony 1. I've ordered an immediate abort to this mission.
What? Oh, God. Fedor.
We will conduct the same terraforming strategies here on Earth, where we have a better control of our own security.
What do we do now? This return journey is going to kill Rhea, you know. Never should have named her. God damn it, Sam, why couldn't you just get rid of them?
I didn't expect for this to happen.
No? What did you expect, Sam?
Our only means of diverting the comet is gone. The humans aren't coming to Mars. I caused this. Why are you in my quarters? Huh? Sam? Only hope for Intercept. Destroyed. We don't have the means to simply swat it away like... Shit. Oh, shit. Oh, this is Sam. Pick up.
15 seconds to atmospheric reach. Atmospheric reach achieved. 30 seconds to main engine cutoff and primary separation.
Mission Control. Back to you headquarters.
What do you want me to do? I've already been warned twice about being exiled. She's done talking on the matter.
I feel like we are back where we started, Rachel.
Come back down, Fedor. What you're doing is a suicide mission, nothing more.
I am not interested in carving out a niche for myself anymore.
How much food and water you got up there? How many meds?
Maybe a month.
Christ.
I can ration.
I'll think of something. Please give me some more time before
I will
you...
not wait up here forever.
Commander Sam Flynn's quarters. Colony 1. Mars.
You don't think 71,000 kph is enough?
No, I don't. For something this size, absolutely not. It's an intriguing concept. I admit you had me peaked, but the math doesn't look good. You're coming up short. You need a substantially higher velocity.
Yeah. You're right. Damn it. What about an assist?
An assist?
Maybe. If we couple that with a second main engine burn, we might just...
A second main engine burn?
Granted, the burn would have to come after the assist, and then we need to execute a post-burn course correction maneuver with support thrusters. But... no. Then you'd have to take the radiation into account, and... Oh.
What?
Radiation shielding. Heavy-duty radiation shielding for the electronics. What do we have on hand?
Radiation shielding? I don't know. I have to search our inventory.
Sam, can you...
Chloe?
Paul?
Good morning, Chloe. Can I... what?
Can you explain to me why I found Tim in a bloody broken mess?
Leave Tim be. It's my mess. I'll clean it up. Just don't worry about it.
Sam, what?
Don't worry about it, Chloe. It's Tim Conrad. He can wait.
Paul, what are you doing in...
Gotta cut Chloe, I promise.
Have you guys been working all night?
Chloe, we're kind of in the middle of... Look, tell everybody to meet in the CC in an hour.
What the hell is going on?
Thanks, Chloe. We've got 1 hour. Titanium would probably be the best material to use here, I think. Search the inventory.
That's good, Captain Wen. Get everything out of Phoenix 2 and get it back into the storage depots. I'll call Max and Leslie to come over and assist.
Commander Lee?
What is it, Rachel? I thought I gave you orders to draw up the supply manifests for the mech site surveys.
A word, please.
What is it?
11 days. We're 3 days into Mars opposition, meaning 11 days until the launch window closes.
Yes?
Your crew doesn't know what it's doing with these Meg designs. Every meeting we have, I hear the words maybe and I guess more than I can stomach. They don't know how to properly operate electrolysis procedures, much less...
Once your crew arrives, they will be able to assist as needed, no problem.
If they arrive, Commander. If! This journey they're taking from Mars to Earth, it's wildly treacherous. They might not make it back.
You made it back. They have 2 options, Rachel. If they choose not to return, that's unfortunate. It will take longer for us to get things right, but we will get it. The luxury of time helps us more than you believe.
You're fine abandoning them?
They abandon themselves.
You can't do...
Rachel, I gave you 2 warnings about bringing this up. You remember what I told you.
The radiation in transit will kill Abby's child. That child is the only glimmer of hope any of them have had since the GRB. Now that glimmer of hope will be snuffed out. For what?
They should have thought of that before they let their cycle explode the South Pole.
They didn't ask for this, Jiao. And they should not have to suffer just because you're too afraid of the risk.
Too afraid? You think you know me?
You keep saying that you're only acting in the best interest of your crew. You heard them as clear as I did, Jiao. They know this is a bad move.
Are you questioning my leadership?
Yes, I'm questioning your leadership. You're making a decision that no one wants to follow, that will undoubtedly fail.
You know nothing.
I know enough to recognize a bad decision.
Staying on Earth is the most practical solution, and in this situation...
Earth is dead, and we're going to be dead much sooner if we stay here.
I want you out of here, now!
Do you remember why you became an astronaut, Jiao? Why we all became astronauts? We possess rare traits that few others carry. We wield the ability to pursue critical, dangerous risk that others avoid.
Captain Wen?
Mars is the critical risk that we need to take.
Captain Wen?
Earth is no longer our home. It's no longer hospitable. It's too hot. It's too toxic.
Commander? Captain, please escort Rachel Yoshida from the base immediately.
Do you remember what was going on right before the GRB hit? Do you remember why MECD and China were finally deciding to join forces with their space agencies, Jiao? We're stronger together. Our chances of survival are better when we are together. Vasily and Nicole's deaths were tragedies, and I understand your hesitation, but they died in our name. They died trying to provide us something that no matter what you think does not exist here. A chance, Jiao. An honest-to-God chance. Our last chance. Everything that was going to be put to use on Mars. Everything they were already building on Mars. It was designed for Mars. Captain Wen?
Rachel?
What do you think of all this?
It's okay, Mei.
She's the commander, Rachel?
Mei.
Honestly, how's life been on Earth since you've all come back from the moon?
It's been terrible. A nightmare.
Are you ready to construct terraforming refineries and begin engineering the planet's atmosphere? You ready to begin that process now?
No.
What about you, Scott? You think this mission's gonna work?
Hell no.
Omar, Rose, Rita? Anyone here think we're doing the right thing? Do you even know what their best interests are? Commander, do you think this mission will succeed? This mission you have us on, with our limited skill level. Do you actually believe we will succeed?
Rachel,
As we speak, Luke's printing a town on Mars, Jiao. A town. For you, for me, for all of us.
I never asked for this. I never wanted this.
I know. This is how survival happens, Jiao. Life progresses within the realm of suffering. Yet if we experience and approach those hardships together, we at least can bear it.
Huh? Commander Lee.
Commander, we've received a transmission from Colony 1. We need you up here right now.
Command Center, Colony 1.
What the hell is this all about? I already told you, I don't know, Pete. You were in his quarters.
Maybe he's gonna answer for Connor.
What a waste of time. How's Tim doing? What happened to Tim? Sam beat him. Broke his jaw.
Good.
Morning.
What's all this about, Sam?
Kaia, open up a transmission to MACD headquarters.
What for?
Kaia, please begin recording a live transmission to headquarters. Please.
Recording.
This is Commander Sam Flynn to the crew of Colony 1, and all humans still on Earth and in orbit. I am hereby ordering everyone to resume your duties in constructing the launch vehicle for an Earth-to-Mars transfer of all humans and supplies on provided manifests to Mars for landing.
What the? Huh? What the hell is he?
All work on MEG facilities on Mars shall resume immediately. All work on constructing permanent housing structures shall resume immediately.
Is he serious?
Whatever objectives you are working towards before the work stoppage,
All personnel on both planets is ordered to resume their duties at once.
Sam? What are...
Sam, what are you doing?
If my calendar is correct, the close approach launch window has arrived, and that window will shut in less than 2 weeks. But if all of us are to succeed, we need to get back to work this instant. I acknowledge the misgivings after Counter Ni's attack. It's made an already precarious situation even more perilous. But look at where you're at. Look at what you've been able to accomplish at this point. Rest assured the days are going to get harder and harder from here on out. But you can either accept this fact and soldier on, or you fall victim. In the name of Vasily Koskov and Nicole Snow, I'm choosing to fight. As for Jiao Li on Earth,
You will resume your duties immediately and meet your launch date.
Sam,
yes, Abby,
why are you doing this?
no more delays, no more stoppage. If we let up, we all fail.
The mission's over and done with. We have to launch back for Earth. The Intercept mission, it's compromised.
Right, yeah, what about the comet?
Yes, the comet. Counter Ni detonated the entire South Pole thermonuclear array, sabotaging our original plan for deflecting and/or destroying the comet headed for Mars. His attack left us with no other options. Until last night.
What?
What?
Say again? Last night?
What are you talking about, Sam?
It became clear to me there still remains one final option for intercepting the comet. We don't have nukes. We don't need nukes.
Oh, we don't.
We don't need nukes to intercept the comet?
What the hell is he talking about? I'm talking about a kinetic intercept. We're going to launch a Maya rocket from Mars orbit, using multiple engine burns and a gravity assist from Jupiter, and then intercept its trajectory using the force-generated from the rocket's speed. Like a battering ram. It will work. Let's annihilate this motherfucker. So yeah, we've got a lot of...
Like a battering ram?
This is outrageous.
Wait, you think you can actually achieve this? Well, bring up the flight plan.
Right.
They've already got a flight plan?
Hold on, logging in. Flight plan R&D, flight plans, intercept, kinetic, and just need to put it on the big screen.
Whoa, what's the...
There we go.
When did you... Holy shit, you wrote up this data last night?
From the beginning. Mech-4's Maya rocket is currently not being used for any special purpose, simply to be scrapped for materials once it lands on the surface. We propose removing the Mech-4 Centipede landing craft, as originally planned, then operating a remote launch of the Maya rocket for Jupiter.
Wait. A remote launch? For Jupiter? We don't even have that capability.
Jupiter?
Do we?
The initial launch burn will bring the spacecraft to optimal speed for a Maya rocket. Once the ship arrives in Jupiter's orbit, we'll use the planet's gravity to perform a slingshot gravity assist, adding 14,645 kilometers per hour to the total velocity.
Are we able to control something like this? Remotely?
Wouldn't the electronics get fried by the radiation?
There will need to be one last course correction maneuver applied to bring it within its final striking position. Once the ship is bullseye on the comet, we perform a second full engine burn, exhausting all the fuel left over from the initial launch.
A second burn?
Wait. A post-Jovian orbital course correction and a second fusion engine burn?
Would that even work? It might.
When it's all said and done, the top velocity we're going to reach in order for successful comet intercept will be 156,565 kilometers per hour. From the specs we currently have on the comet, this level of momentum should do the job.
Well, I'll be damned.
The current distance between Mars and C-2033A2 is 200,320,000 kilometers, slightly over 8 AUs. We're looking at a 641-day mission. This is going to be an unmanned mission, correct? Yes, definitely. The current radiation shielding we have for the electronics on our ships is tailor-made for Mars-level radiation. Jupiter is a whole other realm. A Maya rocket's electronics would be fried. Yes, you're right, Walter. It's kind of the make-or-break element of this whole thing. Luckily, we got some additional input from an old friend.
This is Fedor Morozev. I've studied your flight plan and the radiation belts from Jupiter. I may have a solution. I am sending you a message from inside the Mechty Space Elevator's orbit station, over 30 million miles away, through multiple layers of titanium and lead, 5 inches thick, and an added layer of water as protection, some of the strongest radiation shielding of any Mechty spacecraft.
I'll be damned.
I propose bringing the orbit station with us to Mars to use for the Intercept mission. During transit, we could assign a crew to begin installing flight control software and convert the CC into a cockpit. I'm not endorsing this as an absolute fix to the radiation problem, but it's better than nothing. Discuss with your crew. Let me know what you think. Fedor Morozev, over and out.
The orbit station.
The orbit station. That might actually work.
Works or not, it's probably the only option we've got left.
That's true. But still might not be enough to withstand Jovian radiation levels. You can use an elliptical orbit, but even with that, you're passing the equator. And the amount of orbits you'll need to achieve that level of velocity means several orbits, meaning significant exposure to equatorial radiation, and with the stakes as high as they are. However, Paul has a point. I'm a bit skeptical about this being completely remote controlled, and God forbid we attempt to pull us off with a manned crew. Even with the clear concerns and doubts, it actually could work.
Even if it fails, we gave it our best go. I'm in.
This is all well and good, but it's all for shit.
Yeah, wasting our time.
Why do you say that?
Let's suppose this radiation shielding operates as you hope and the comet is deflected. Let's suppose it works. You're forgetting the main variable. Everything you need is still in Earth's orbit, and Jiao Li has stated clearly that they are not coming to Mars. This mission is dead even before it starts, Sam.
She's right. Without the means to do it, we're debating a pipe dream.
Yeah.
We need to get back to our current mission at hand. We need to get back to Earth.
The ball's in Commander Lee's court, unfortunately. But you can see the data for yourself. It works. Kaia, end transmission. Then upload these preliminary flight plans and designs to MECT headquarters.
Kinetic intercept. That's different.
Shit.
Jiao, you kept us alive all this time, and whatever you decide, we'll follow you.
The ball's in your court.
Commander,
Yes, Mr. Baker.
what are your orders?
My orders? Captain Wen,
Commander Lee?
what would you do?
Commander, only you can decide in the end.
That is correct. I decide. I've told you all that it is my charge to ensure your safety and well-being and provide you the best possible chance at making tomorrow better than today. My decision to cease operations for the Mars mission was made with all of you in mind. In my eyes, the risk involved in going to Mars is much too great. Even before the GRB hit, I held this conviction. If we fail, everything ends. However, I know some of you do not agree. So, who would rather go to Mars than stay here? Come on, stand up and say your piece. Convince me. Shit.
Bulk supply transport ship A, Pacific Ocean.
How do you think Jiao will take Sam's transmission?
Not sure. I hope whatever she decides, she sticks with it. This bitch getting all these supplies back up on these ships.
Right. Should be getting horizon visual on San Nicolas Island any moment now.
Vulcan Transport A, Jane Goodwin speaking.
Goodwin, I'm putting Commander Lee on the line now.
Here we go.
Jane Goodwin, you're gonna hate me on this one.
Son of a bitch!
Research Laboratory. Colony 1, Mars.
Flight plan makes pretty clear sense. I'm still having an issue. Look it. If you insert this kinetic payload into an elliptical orbit around Jupiter to reach your 86,000 km/h velocity, yet also avoid the equatorial radiation from Jupiter as much as possible, you're looking at a rather substantial and lengthy course correction process before this second engine burn.
Right. Which is why all the electronics and controls will be confined in the space elevator's orbit station.
My level of confidence in pulling this thing off is nowhere near comfortable. For something this size, moving this fast, controlling remotely, Everything we've been doing since we launched from Earth has been a monumental risk. Yet those risks have been with a clear strategy for success, which, in my opinion, this does not possess.
Seems a waste of time.
Noted. Abby?
I share Walter's skepticism. If the people on Earth do come to Mars, and if we go ahead with this mission, some other solution we've all missed completely needs to be located.
You're suggesting a manned mission.
I'm not suggesting that.
In order to achieve target velocity, we must use a gravity assist around Jupiter. I guess we can hypothetically entertain the notion of a manned mission.
Sam,
Kaia, what is it?
we've received word from Earth. We're back on.
Back on?
What? Oh my god.
Back on? Kaia, you sure?
Commander Lee's ordered an immediate recommencement of all Earth to Mars operations and is offering any assistance she and her crew can provide to Intercept mission's efforts.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Spread the word, Kaia.
Oh my god.
I'll be damned. Well, now it's official. We gotta figure out this radiation problem or else we'll need to start drawing straws.
No one's drawing straws. Then let's try to figure out an alternative.
December 6th, 2057. 9 days until end of close approach launch window. Supply Depot 1. MECT headquarters. Tenopa, Nevada.
The supply manifest is final? You've double-checked with Colony 1?
Yes, they've confirmed, and I've made sure they're clear that there's no second guessing or last-minute request.
Good.
It'll make things a bit more cramped, but we can deal. The last of the trucks should be ready to head out in 2-3 hours, tops.
Very well. Ava and Captain Wen should be landing within the next 4 to 5 hours to get you and everyone else.
We'll make it. You can still stop this, Commander. All it takes is...
No, Rachel. I make decisions in the crew's best interests. And this is what they want. But I'm warning you, Captain. If we find ourselves in any unnecessary, unwanted danger, I'm holding you wholly responsible. Got it? See you on Java's Island. Captain Shaw, Mr. Richards, I'm on my way. Get the Phoenix one ready for takeoff.
Space Elevator Orbit Station.
Specialist Morozev. Had no idea I'd be seeing you up here so soon.
Neither had I. Welcome back, Leslie. Nikki, Danielle, Lieutenant Lou. Glad to be back, Fedor. Friends, we have deeply extensive critical EVA work ahead of us. Mr. Holland, I will need you, Felix, and Rita to stay behind during this afternoon and evening's launch vehicle EVA. You will need to conduct an exterior assessment of the orbit station and draw procedures for disconnection and jettison.
I got this, Fedor.
Suit up and grab our supplies. We have too much to do with almost no time to do it. Do not expect much sleep for a while.
Thank you, Rose. Head out to the jet. I'll be meeting you guys in a bit. MECT Mission Control to Colony 1. Captain Rachel Yoshida speaking. The last supply tracks are already at Long Beach and loading everything onto the last bulker ship. And I'm about to board onto Phoenix 2 with the last of the crew and the final supplies. Not sure how much it matters anymore, but for what it's worth, I apologize for what I had done. I abandoned my mission and my friends, leaving you all stranded in that emergency living quarters, leaving you all to fate. I'll never make that mistake again. I'll be getting back in touch with you once I'm at Jarvis Island Surface Station. Mechty Headquarters signing off. Farewell, Mechty. Ava, I'm heading out. Go ahead and prepare the Phoenix 2 for takeoff.
Methuna 28, Gear 238. The next day.
Stab the cuts with this cloth, disadvantages tear. Lucky your jaw wasn't completely shattered.
What a blessing.
Sam, please let him rest.
Back for more?
Sam.
I'm here to talk, Chloe. I won't touch him.
Slight fracture on his left jaw, so I don't know how much talking he's capable of.
Perfect. Leave us, please. Good morning, Tim. You had nothing to do with Connor's attack. If there's anyone to blame, it's me. I needed to vent, and frankly, I know I could get away with letting it out on you.
I deserve worse.
The mission's back on.
Back on.
As stupid as it sounds, when I was punching you, a light bulb switched on. Kinetic intercept with Mechty 4's Maya rocket.
Glad I could be of help. Kinetic intercept?
2 engine burns and a gravity assist from Jupiter. Build up velocity, then smack.
What's your plan for the radiation belt at Jupiter?
It's still early in the planning.
Uh-huh. How big of a crew were you thinking for something like this?
We're working it out. We're hoping we won't need one.
Good luck with that.
Nevertheless, everybody's getting back to work.
When do you need me back in the magnet forge?
You tell me. Think you're well enough to continue today?
Yeah, probably.
Becca Tartarus Montes. You told me you'd like to commit one good act before this is all over. One final opportunity to contribute. Remember that?
Yes.
You still feel that way?
Yeah, I do.
Excellent. In every configuration of this Intercept mission, one problem we noticed is Jupiter's radiation, knocking out the signal between ship and Colony 1. No matter what we think of, the likelihood of signal loss before final course correction is extremely high. We may need a manned pilot.
As I suspect you would. Wait. What?
One last good act, Tim?
No.
Here's your chance.
No, absolutely not.
What? You didn't mean what you said?
You can't do this.
Consider yourself volunteered.
You can't force me to do this, Sam. No!
We'll be getting you a flight plan shortly.
You motherfucker, Sam. You won't get away with this, you shit.
If you think you're gonna pull a Connor and I, be mindful of the security cameras. If you break loose, it's a quick flick of a switch and poof, depressurization. You remember what it felt like in the greenhouse? You don't want to feel that again.
The fuck does it matter?
Best to get some stretching in. You're doing the forge after lunch.